The purpose of this demonstration is to show the power of CDF Crawler and its ability to handle one of the most laborious tasks of the CDF process for the states, and that is to log into the numerous servicer SFTP sites that they deal with on a regular basis, and to handle the transfer of CDF files up to the servicers. So what we've done is we've set up a demonstration here. I'm going to start the demonstration and then I'll explain it, because while it's extremely fast and takes off a lot of time, I just want to get it going so that we can see how it works. Basically what you see here is the send files to servicers option in the application. We've configured 100 servicers in the system with 100 separate SFTP sites, and I'm going to start the process just by clicking send all files, and then I'll explain what's actually happening. So I click send all files and the process begins. Now, what you see here is the list of servicers that we have configured in the system that we have files prepared to send. To the right of that are the number of CDF Excel spreadsheets or CSV files that are prepared for each of these servicers, and if there are any PDFs that are accompanying them. For this demo we didn't have any. Now within this screen you can send to one servicer by clicking just that servicers, or do what we did and initiate the process of sending to all servicers by sending all the files and clicking that option. To the right of that you see the activity actually occurring. You can see that we're connecting to the servicers, logging in, changing directories, moving the files from CDF Sweeper up into the servicer, and then logging out. And you're seeing it cycle through, and it's already cycled through 18 servicers on its way to the magic number of 100. Now, the way that CDF Crawler does this and makes it very easy for you, is there is a directory that you designate as to where you're going to put your CDF files that need to go. It's called the Data Pending Directory. And within that directory, all you have to do is place the files. And if they're named in the proper CDF protocol naming convention, as all of these are, then CDF Crawler knows where they're supposed to go, because the servicer abbreviation is the third part of that CDF naming convention. So you see here in the data pending directory that we set up when we first installed CDF Crawler and let CDF Crawler know where it was, we have prepared a number of CDF files. Now you either prepare that through your system, whether it's Counselor Direct or Springboard or another system that you've purchased or have built on your own, or you've basically created them through Excel, creating the CSV files of the Excel spreadsheets. And here they all are, and when you're done you just save them to this directory and they're ready to send. Now the power of the CDF Crawler is that no longer do you have to log into any particular website. You don't have to go into a website or an SFTP site and for instance, for servicer 001 here, which if you want to think past the demonstration phase, you can say that's Chase, and I don't have to log into Chase's SFTP site, take my files, change the directory on the SFTP site, copy my files into Chase, and log out, and then say, okay, what's my next servicer? Okay, let's do Bank of America, and I log into the BAC SFTP site, find my files, change the directory, transfer the files up to BAC, and then disconnect. All these are manual tasks that are very repetitive, and when you get into the arena of 100 plus servicers, can consume your entire week. It almost feels like you'd be catching up constantly. With CDF Crawler, you're still going to create your Excel spreadsheets. You're always going to be doing that. But with CDF Crawler, all you have to do is save them to that pending directory, and then CDF Crawler does the rest. So when you're ready, you have a significant number of files that you want to send up, or even if there's just one that you want to send up to a particular servicer, and you've placed them all in that pending directory, all you have to do is go to CDF Crawler, transfer, send, process, transfer on the menu bar on the left. The sub option will be send, which will bring up this screen, and you'll get the list. CDF Crawler will step through all of the files you've prepared, take a look at them, know who the servicers are, know whether they're CDF, know whether they're PDF versions of a third-party authorization, and give you this list. Now, if I wasn't actually running through the file, I would be able to scroll down, and you would see that there were 100 servicers configured. Now, I named them servicer 001, 002, but you'd name them Chase, B of A, Ocwen, Veracrest, whatever. And then all I have to do, as I mentioned earlier, is press the Send All Files button, and CDF Crawler will do its thing, and it's almost done. We've been working here for about 3.5 minutes, and I'm on servicer number 97. Basically, we're sending up 2 CDF files with 10 I records each to the servicer, so that's a total of 2 CDF files, 20 transactions to each servicer, 100 servicers. That's 2,000 CDF transactions, and 100 logins, 100 change directories, 100 or 200 files, drag and drops from my file system on my local computer to the SFTP site, and then logging out and logging into the next one. And as you can see, in about 4 minutes and 20 seconds, CDF Crawler handled all of that for us. And this is a nice thing to see at the end of a process that used to take days, that now took 3.5 minutes, where it says no pending files found. In other words, if we scroll through here, we will see that CDF Crawler went from servicer 1 to servicer 100, connected to the servicer, logged into the servicer, changed the directory, sent this file, the first file, sent the second file, and disconnected, and then moved on. So in a matter of 3.5 minutes, we accomplished, with the click of a button, what used to take more than likely an entire day without CDF Crawler. It's really that simple.